All right, so I've landed in Phuket and I'm on my way to the hotel. Pretty chilled out cab driver here, taking his sweet old time, which is just fine by me. I love seeing all these fruit stands here on the left. Traffic, it's always here. Any time of the day or night, it's pretty much the same going from the airport on the way in. At this point, I'm just gonna go to the hotel, drop my bags off, and go see Richard. You remember Richard? Richard, that guy, Richard. Yeah, him. He's going to be important later on in this story. So keep watching to see how Richard, he's the author of how this all unfolds. I arrived around 6:37ish, and as you can see, as I make my way towards my hotel, it is almost sunset time. Now, because it's near the equator, the sunset generally is around the same time all year round. It gets dark there pretty early, around 8:30ish, 7:30ish, but either way, it's always a beautiful sunset, as you can see. Okay, I'm going to skip the room tour. We're going to go skip by all this, and I'm just going to head on downtown to grab something to eat. Read these signs, ridiculous. Anyways, I just want you to know how after I go eat, I get myself ready to go out pre-gaming. That's right, it's joint time. So I'm gonna go for my walk, but I'm gonna tell you a little something about my going for a walk. I love me some Phuket, but one thing I got to admit here is they need some sidewalks. As you can see, I'm walking dead ass in the middle of the road, like there's no sidewalks here. And they absolutely don't give a rat's ass that I'm here on the sidewalk. Scooters are whizzing by, cars are flying by. It's absolutely bonkers how traffic treats you here. Blind corner right here, they don't care. They speeding. Now, one thing about Thailand, and I don't know how to, if you're gonna come over to drive here, you better be the most aggressive person ever. Because if not, they will run you off the road. Here, street signs and streets and the line in the middle of the road, those are all guidelines. None of those are actual rules. They don't pull you over for speeding. They don't do any of that stuff here. It's amazing. Okay, so as you can see here, this is a taxi stand. Now, these brothers here with the blue shirts, they're taxi drivers. Pretty cheap to drive around with them. You just get on the back. Sometimes they have a helmet. Now, as you see, she doesn't have a helmet. And in Phuket, they don't really enforce the helmets on the taxis, but in other cities, they're straight up serious about that stuff. So I want to go to my favorite place at O-Top there to get chicken. I always go see the same dude, and he always remembers. He's my guy. Listen in. Say hello, my man. Kapu kap.
Yeah, bro.
It's always nice to be remembered. Taxi rides are awesome because sometimes funny things happen in taxis or on these taxi bikes. Like right now. Hey, you see that? Her. Yeah, her right there on the right. Funny conversation with the taxi driver about her coming up. You ready? Here it comes. She was a good looking one, huh? Shit. So I'm on my way downtown to go see Richard. We're gonna go for a couple of drinks on my birthday. Every time I go see Richard, shenanigans happen. Sometimes they're funny, sometimes they're just outright ridiculous. Other times, they're the best party in the world. As you can tell by the scooter taxi here, there's no lights or anything. There's kind of traffic rules, but I don't really know. Either way, as you can see, I'm not wearing a helmet. Absolutely not. But it's hot as hell. Look at the sweat beating off my head. Now we're flying too. We're going 40, 50 kilometers an hour, but it's hot outside. Look at that shit-eating grin. I'm having a great time. About to go hang out down at my favorite spot. I'll get to that in a moment. Now, one thing about the traffic in Thailand altogether is motor scooters, bikes, motorcycles, tricycles, whatever, they can go in and out and weave and bob and dive around traffic. Like, look up ahead there. See that on the right? They just merge because they want to, not because they need to. This is how things are there, and you got to get used to it. There is no way around it. I usually let them do the driving because I just feel much safer that way. All right, so we're going to turn left, and here we come. We are going to turn down this street. We're one more street away from heaven, and heaven is right here. This is it, Mecca. This is Bangla Road, the entrance to Patong Beach. This strip here is nothing but bars, nightclubs, partying, good-looking girls, lady boys. Yeah, the lady boys are there. It's fun. It's just so much fun. There's nightclubs. It's like going to Mardi Gras 365 days a year. Now, of all the Thailand places, this is the craziest walking street by far. All right, so we're gonna go on my way now to see Richard, and here we are at Bar Funk. Bar Funk is quite the place. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna describe what I see here. See, right now you can see hanging from the ceiling, those are acrobats. Those acrobats go up and down all evening long. And that's the VIP lounge, and that's a VIP lounge. And this is my VIP lounge. Richard somehow arranged us to get up there. That was fantastic. We had to go up those stairs, which is important, because on the right, well, we'll talk about that in a few seconds. So anyways, the view from my VIP booth was pretty intense. As you can see, we make our way in and go up to the right. Yeah, that's the VIPs looking at me, the ultimate VIP on my 50th birthday. Okay, so I'm not going to say the DJ was necessarily the greatest, but he did play something that kept the energy of the room going. So, and as you can tell, the room was absolutely packed. Maybe midnight, not even, maybe 11 o'clock-ish. This place was about to bump all night long. And as you can tell, hanging out with Richard here in Super Duper VIP, I could see everything happening. Yeah, the girl next to me there, I have no idea who she was. She kept thinking I was some sort of celebrity trying to talk and ask who I was. And I kept telling her, I'm on this quiet, I'm nobody, I'm just having a good time enjoying my birthday. Hanging out with my buddy Richard. Richard, you see he's on the phone. That's important a little later in this story. Bottle service kicks ass. I absolutely like it. I'm not used to it because they didn't have it back in my day, but when you get a good bottle service, you have your drinks and you're at the center and everybody's paying attention to you, things are fantastic. It's a great light show in this nightclub. Wait a second. Hold up. Let's rewind that. On the left, is that Dwight Howard that I passed? I'm talking about the guy from the NBA. This tall dude. Him. Is that Dwight Howard, like this Dwight Howard?
On the other end, I don't understand why. The thing that's amazing, we've never had a guy this tall who can jump like this. The cameras are on the other basket. Oh my goodness! Yes indeed! 7 foot or nothing. I don't care, Chuck. That is a 10. I told you this man's in the building.
Yeah, Superman cape.
Superman is in the building.
Oh, he's going to put it on, right?
Phone booth and he comes out and Superman has came to the building. Got the cape moving. He's got it flapping. Oh my gosh. Oh, you win, young fella. You win, Superman. Da, 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 da.
Marcus, boy, what a find he was in the draft. Tied for 4th last year in rebounding in the NBA.
Lob under to Howard.
From Kobe Bryant.
Okay, so anyways, I want to get back to the whole nightclub thing. As you can see, this guy here came out looking like Freddie Mercury. He had the whole crowd going to the "We Will Rock You" thing. See, I can't let it play too much because YouTube will give me a copyright strike if I do, so I'm going to keep talking over this. Anyways, this was actually exciting. Now, at this point of the evening, I could see that Dwight Howard in his VIP section was looking over at me in my section, wondering who I was. And that's when things got a little strange. Okay, for the next few minutes here, I'm only going to give still photographs because unfortunately what happened was I actually lived in the moment and I didn't make video. I was maybe posing for pictures, sure, but you'll get it. Bar Funk has the absolute best bottle service people and the VIP staff. This young lady took care of us all evening long, make sure my drink was poured. And this other young lady, she always brought the food over and brought cold ice and some glasses. She was fantastic. The other girl here, she was the one that was in the video earlier. She thought I was a celebrity, but whatever. No, yeah, okay. So we got this dude here. Now this dude here, he was the travel guide for Dwight Howard. He's also Richard's friend. He's going to be very important to a second part of this story a little later. He wants us to go meet Dwight Howard. And, well, we went and had shots with Dwight Howard. That's right, I got to meet him. He was curious who I was, and I had to tell him I'm just a guy over there that plays DraftKings and works at a bar in the Arctic in Canada. He couldn't believe it, and I was having my 50th birthday. It was fantastic. Now, you remember that tour guide dude I was talking about earlier? Dwight Howard's tour guide. He came over to me and said, "Hey, this lady would like to smoke a joint with you if that's okay." And I said, "Sure, it's okay. But let's discuss who that lady was." Thailand, they have lots of beauty contests, so it's not uncommon to see somebody wearing a sash or anything. But her sash said Philippines. I had no idea who she was. She introduced herself as Beatrice Gomez. So let's find out who Beatrice Gomez is.
Now we reveal the 5 remaining contestants who still have a chance to wear the most desired crown in, well, the universe.
We can skip past the first 4. It's the 5th one that matters.
Last in the final 5 is Philippines.
That's right. One of the top 5 beautiful women in the world wanted to smoke a joint with me, and I was just sitting there all nervous. I had just met Dwight Howard, and now you're telling me one of the 5 most beautiful women in the world wants to smoke weed with me? You know the answer was yes. It was really strange too, because she was talking more about me living in the Arctic than I was talking about her being Miss Universe. I didn't take any pictures or anything because I didn't want to make her feel all creepy and comfortable, because I know I sure was uncomfortable. And she'd been posing for pictures all night, so I kind of minded my own business. Anyways, remember I told you Richard was on the phone. So Richard told the tour guide dude there, Richard, this guy, he said, "Hey, you guys want to go up the street from Bar Funk to Illusions?" And they arranged an escort for us. Not your ordinary escort. We had security from both bars and the police walk us up the street about 2/3 of a kilometer here, as you can see. There's security right there. Yep, see him scurry people out of the way as they recognize Dwight Howard. And they kept us to the inside. That's another security guard. This followed us all the way up the street. And at this point of the evening, right now, where we are here, you can see everybody's taking a look at us. The security guys, they're doing their part to keep everybody away from us. Now we're gonna spin into Illusions. This nightclub.
No, right here.
Been there. Let me tell you something about
That's the guy.
Take note the absolute lack of security patting us down.
We doing VIP with Mr. Dwight Howard. There he is. Say hi, young lady.
Oh, look at that. Look. 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 I'm just kidding. The truth of the matter is, me and her hung out all night while everybody tried to get autographs with her. Me, Dwight Howard's cousin, and that young lady were kind of the outcast, but whatever. We had a great evening. This is us trying to get to the backstage thing until they got our VIP ready. The VIP area wasn't available for us as there was people there, and the bar and the management kicked them out of that VIP area. So Dwight and Richard, I don't know how Richard pulls this off every time, so we could have the good VIP. We chilled in the backstage behind the gigantic screen, and I wasn't trying to look like a fan or anything.
I just need to say one thing. DFS. That's it. That's it. DFS. That's our daily fantasy people. I told you I bought them shots because of you two.
Yeah, as you can tell, we had we're behind right now, behind the stage right here. We're behind that gigantic screen waiting to come out. And then once we came out, we got a nice, quiet, reserved area. And I just say quiet just because we weren't in the spotlight in front of everybody. We had our own little section.
Thank you guys so much. I appreciate the shit out of you. You guys made my birthday. Thank you. Yeah.
So we were doing shots, and there was paparazzi taking pictures, and they included me like I was part of the team. It was one of the greatest experiences ever, I tell you that much. Okay, I'm gonna end the video off here with some still photographs because my phone died. These were all posted online somewhere, mostly on Instagram. These two, they were the bottle service girls. They were fantastic. They provided great service at the Illusions. This dude insisted I was somebody famous, and he wanted my picture, so I agreed. And that's just me. I don't know what I was doing there, but I'm looking good on my 50th birthday. Yep, and I want to thank Mr. Dwight Howard for a special birthday. And, yeah, you know how you boy goes. Okay, I'm just kidding. Nothing happened. She was cool. I want to thank her for spending half the night hanging out with me because there was nobody. While all the paparazzi was taking pictures of Dre and Dwight Howard, I just hung out with her and just did shots. That was cool. And besides, I'm a good boyfriend. I have a good girlfriend at home. Nothing happened. And last but not least, I want to thank Richard for this moment here. This was the highlight of my 50th birthday in Phuket. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and maybe even leave a comment. All right, we'll see you in the next video.